Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Cowhands on a hoorah weren't the only troublemakers in Dodge City when Wyatt Earp was marshal. There were tough buffalo hunters who went on sprees in Dodge. And there were the railroad construction gangs of the Santa Fe who tried to make good their boast that Dodge was hell on wheels. In 1876, these two groups of hoodlums fought each other for possession of the dance hall run by Dora Hand, the queen of Dodge City's nightlife. Dora Hand, a beautiful and mysterious young woman who was a legend in her own lifetime. Men shot or maimed one another in fights over Dora and the girls of her dance hall.
Come on, now, Jim. Right there. Go in there. Come on. Why'd you do that? Stop it!
The fight's over. Take it easy. Now, what's all this about?
It was just an argument, Marshal. There's no need to arrest them. They'll behave.
Take them both to jail, Hal. Come on. Now, look, Miss Dora, this is the third fight you've had in her since noon.
Sam, drinks on the house. Marshal. I would have broken it up. The men listened to me.
Well, Miss Dora, that buffalo hunter would have cut him to ribbons.
Well, the railroad man started it.
Look, you've got a rough mixture here. Buffalo hunters and railroad men. You're going to have to make up your mind to bar one crowd or the other.
That's not easy, Marshal. What about the cowhands and the soldiers? No, what I need are bigger and braver barkeeps. They'll stop all the rough stuff.
Miss Dora, that isn't going to work either.
Why, there've always been fights on this side of the line. When men drink and argue about women, there are bound to be fights.
Not with knives and guns, they're not going to fight.
What's this leading to, Marshal? You plan to close me.
I sure don't want to, Miss Dora, but...
Keep out of this.
I only want to make a suggestion to Marshal Earp. I'll just say in your report that the hoorah was at my place. That way she won't get mentioned in the papers.
No, keep out of it. Mr. Kelly is in one of his gallant moods this evening. I handle my own beefs, Kelly.
You hit one of them on the head with a whiskey bottle. Is that ladylike?
I told you can never make a lady out of me. What'd you do to Jim? Are you a hypnotist or something?
No, ma'am.
Earp ain't any friend of mine.
Don't try to string me. Earp's got you acting respectable. Councilman Kelly, they call him, the law and order man. Well, this is between us. You can say I'm a public nuisance and close me, I guess.
Oh, no.
Oh, shut up. Well, what's the verdict, Marshal?
Well, Miss Dora, I could sign an extra deputy here for a few days.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, it's not a good idea at all. The Buffalo men will say you're siding in with the Santa Fe crowd, and the Santa Fe crowd will tell Major Paxton that you're favoring the Buffalo men.
Well, what do you suggest?
Well, I suggest... Why don't you let me talk to all the men? If they know that you're threatening to close me, they'll stop all the rough stuff.
All right, ma'am, you're entitled to that chance. Good evening.
Thank you, Marshal.
Now, Dora...
Oh, shut up, Kelly.
Earp, wait for me. I want to talk to you.
I thought you wanted to talk to me.
Well, I do. But not as a friend, mind you.
All right.
Don't get any wrong ideas about Miss Dora and me. She considers herself too good to marry a saloon keeper. By George, she's right.
Yes, sir.
You don't know Miss Dora. All you see is a dance hall owner and jump to conclusions.
Well, I've jumped a lot of times, Mr. Kelly, but never to a conclusion.
You might as well know the truth fair and square. I'm on Miss Dora's side.
You in love with her?
That's none of your business. Well, we hired you to keep law and order in this town, not to go sticking your nose into personal matters.
All right, Mr. Kelly. I'll have to tell you the truth, fair and square.
What truth?
Well, I can't keep Sunday school order in this part of town. I'd be a fool to even try, but I do draw the line at knifing and shooting. Well, if Miss Dora can't control her customers, she's just going to have to close.
Close her? Over my dead body.
She'll still have to close.
Earp, I had you right in the first place. You're nothing but a stupid, sanctimonious John Law. Now, let me tell you...
Hold it, Kelly. Don't get tough with the marshal. Let Major Paxton handle him.
Who's Major Paxton?
He's boss of construction for the Santa Fe, that's who.
Fine man, Paxton. I'll stand you all around the drinks on it.
You drink to the railroad, Mr. Earp?
I'm sorry, I don't drink. You can also tell Major Paxton I don't handle easy either.
Double round of drinks. Free.
All right. All right, we'll have a nice peaceable shindig.
Yeah.
Here's to Miss Dora, the Daisy Belle of Kansas.
To Miss Dora.
And we don't want any more dirty buffalo hunters causing trouble. We're going over to her place and we're going to throw them out. It'll be for railroad men only.
Whoa, now, friend, whoa.
Do you see that, Kelly? It's a lantern. We're going to hang it on the door. And that will mean that Dora's place is for railroad men only. Drinking to that, Kelly?
Well, sure. We'll all drink to that. Then on the house.
On the house. On the house.
Yes, sir, this is Santa Fe night in Jim Kelly's. Any more railroad men in the house? Well, two more. Step right up here. Up here, I'm buying you a drink. Belly up. Belly up.
Better get over to the Alhambra right away. There's been a crime committed.
Kelly's? What is it, a barroom brawl?
Worse than that.
All right, put this one in the back room, too. Easy. Nice and gentle now. I don't want a bruise or a mark on him.
What happened, Mr. Kelly?
Bad liquor. They got it at Chalk Beeson's place across the street. What he uses in his whiskey, I'll never know.
Put him down, Mr. Kelly.
Well, it's just some bad liquor.
Never mind. Holy smoke. Chloral hydrate. Anybody else besides these three men get Mickey Fins?
Marshal, I swear it wasn't.
I thought you were smarter than this.
I had to do it.
Why?
They were going over to Miss Dora's to pick a fight with the buffalo hunters.
Did you know that knockout drops can kill a man? It's poisonous.
Ah, they're railroad men. You couldn't kill a railroad man with a Mickey Finn.
Chloral hydrate is a deadly poison. I had to charge you with attempted murder.
Charge me.
Here I thought the old Jim Kelly was dead. That you'd put an end to all this hoodlum stuff.
Come on, lock me up.
Don't you even stop to think? Grogan and Humpy put on a dance hall fight. Now you spread that route to all the buffalo hunters and all the railroad men.
Well, I done it for her.
Dance hall girl and a pretty face.
Now you stop right there. She's a ministering angel, that's what she is.
She's what?
You go over to Reverend Hawkett's church in the morning and... No, never mind. Come on, lock me up.
Never mind. We'll do that later. I'm going to send Doc McCarty over here to take care of these men. You pay the doc, and you just better hope they all wake up by tomorrow morning.
And I'm no prude, Marshal. I expect my men to get drunk and chase dance hall girls. But I can't let it interfere with their work for the railroad. We're pushing iron. 2 to 4 miles of track a day.
Yes, sir.
It's a pretty kettle of fish. Grogan, my top boss in the spike crew, laid up with a fractured skull. 7 terriers, groggy from drugged liquor. Do you think the railroad's going to stand for this?
Well, your men kind of asked for trouble, Major Paxton.
Are you defending this Dora hand? Am I to infer...
No, sir. I'm not taking sides with Miss Dora or Mr. Kelly. I think we may be doing them both an injustice.
Injustice? Great Scott, this hand woman has given me more trouble than all the other dance hall operators combined. I didn't come here to argue. I demand that you close this woman's place. Run her out of Dodge.
Well, if I decide that's the way to handle it, I'll do it.
How long do you think it'll take you to make up your mind?
Not long, Major.
I'll give you until tomorrow. After that, the railroad will take it to the town council.
Well, tomorrow will be time enough.
Good.
There's just one little thing that bothers me.
Yeah?
The blanket camps outside of town are full of buffalo men. You got a big crew driving track. I think I can calm down the buffalo men. I used to be a hide hunter myself, but what about your crew?
They'll be busy in the railroad.
We'll see that they stay that way, otherwise we may have a little fight on our hands.
You going out to those buffalo camps now?
Later. Gotta go to church first.
Ye kindly light amid the encircling gloom, lead thou me on. The night is dark, and I am far from home. Lead thou me on. Keep thou my feet. I do not ask to see the distant scene. One step enough for me.
Very good, Miss Hand. Now then, we'll try the recessional hymn.
I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. I promised Reverend Hawker to take up a collection for him.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. Another choir practice Saturday?
Yes, I'll be here. Good day to you all. Good day.
Good day. We'll go right to the recessional hymn. Page 119.
Well, say it.
Say what?
That I'm on the wrong side of town, that I shouldn't dast enter a church.
Well, I couldn't very well say that, Miss Doyle. After all, they let me in church, too. Mr. Kelly got mad and told me I should talk to the Reverend Halkett about you.
Kelly.
He also called you a ministering angel.
Blarney. Sure, I kicked in some money to help build the church, but so did every place else in town. The Reverend Halkett asked me to join the choir because I sing a little bit better than the rest.
Well, you have a very nice voice.
This has nothing to do with whether you're going to close my dance hall or not. Are you?
Did you talk to the men?
Yes, I talked to them. They all promised they'd stop all the rough stuff. But to be honest with you, Mr. Earp, I don't believe it.
Well, that's bad news.
Lots of people will get hurt.
Including you.
You don't have to worry about me. I'll take care of myself.
I like you, Miss Doyle.
And you like Jim Kelly. It's foolish of you, Mr. Earp. Liking us is going to get you into lots of trouble. So much trouble, you'll have to leave Dodge.
Well, I don't need anybody's help to get me into trouble.
Here it comes.
Excuse me. Wyatt, the whole section gang's gone down to that blanket camp. They say they're going to run those buffalo hunters right out of Kansas.
Guess I better saddle up. Excuse me, ma'am.
Watch yourself, Marshal. They're a pretty tough lot.
Railroad man! Jimmy! Okay, get up. Tear it down! All right, stack it up over here. Bring the camp down. Camp. Hold it. You're mighty late, ain't you, Herb?
Yeah, I guess I am. Another one of your gang just burned out a buffalo camp a mile down the road. But
But we're in plenty of time to make you pay for the damages, and I want your hands to come up, and I want them to come up empty. Put them up, way up.
All right, Mr. Fromm, you claim there was about $750 worth of damage, huh? They burn any rifles?
Yeah. 2 Sharps and a Winchester.
That's about $150 more. I'll take care of this.
You better take care of it. My whole ballast crew pulled off of the job. We're a mile and a half behind schedule.
Don't lecture me.
What was that?
I don't want any railroad big talk. Your men were caught dead to rights. They raided and burned a hide hunter's camp, and the damage is $900.
The railroad won't pay a cent.
And they stay in jail.
You had no right to arrest them. You're a town marshal.
I'm also a United States deputy marshal. If I were you, I'd get that money and get it fast. And I'll try and talk the buffalo hunters out of making their own raid.
Are you threatening the railroad?
I don't waste my time, Major. If you don't have that money in 2 hours, I won't even try and stop. Now, who do you think you're fooling with? Those buffalo hunters are tougher man for man than any cowhands you ever heard of.
What do you think they'll do?
Probably chase your crews off the rack. Tear up about 5 miles of track. That'd be my guess.
It's all your fault.
Oh?
I asked you to run that woman out of town. That fancy Belle Dora hand.
She had nothing to do with it. Well, you're wasting your time, Major.
All right. I'll get the money. But it's blackmail.
You want to repeat that?
No, I guess not. Sorry.
Marshal, a barkeep brought a message from Miss Dora. Wants to see you right away. Says it's very important.
Yeah, all right.
And don't try to soft-soap me. You got me into this mess, you and your Mickey Finn. And don't say that you did it to keep the fighting out of my place. You did it for Earp.
Earp? I don't even like him.
Oh, yes, you do. And he likes you. He told me so.
Yeah? Since when did you and Earp get so friendly?
Don't change the subject. The subject is that those hide hunters, you know what they're aiming to do to the railroad men.
Yeah, I ain't admitting that.
Better admit
Now,
it.
Dora? Now,
Earp's
Dora?
coming here. I sent for him, and you better tell him the truth because I'm tired of your hoodlum shenanigans.
I'm a hoodlum. Just look who's talking.
Howdy, folks.
Howdy, Mr. Earp. Miss Dora was showing me the statue. Just feel the weight of it.
It's, quite handsome.
All right, Kelly. Tell Mr. Earp.
Tell him what?
The buffalo hunters are aiming to get even with the railroad crew for wrecking their camp. Jim knows all about it.
I'm keeping you out of this. There's no call for you to get in the middle between them buffalo hunters and the railroad.
You see, he wants to be your friend, but he's such a hoodlum he doesn't know how.
All right, I'm a hoodlum, and you're a lady.
It's an odd term.
What's an odd turn?
Well, what I mean, Mr. Kelly, is that you can't keep a peace officer out of trouble. That's what he gets paid for.
If he knows the right cards, he's got a better chance.
I'd have no chance at all.
Major Paxson offered to pay the damages. Won't that calm the boys down?
No, it's too late for damages.
All right. Well, who's leading them and where can I find them? At your place?
Tell him, Jim, or I'll never even think about marrying you.
Dora!
Well, Mr. Earp, we were going to give up this sort of life, together, both of us. But every time the chips are down, it's that old hoodlum Kelly. Well, I'm quitting the church. I'm never going to go inside there again.
No, Dora, no. I'll tell.
Don't touch me.
The buffalo hunters left for the end of the track about an hour ago.
With guns? They aim to bushwhack the Santa Fe, huh?
No, plain stand-up fight. Now, don't go out there. It'd be like riding between the Federals and the Johnny Rebs.
He's right, Mr. Earp. We thought it was just going to be a sneak raid.
If Major Paxson offered to pay the damages, those fellas start shooting, they'll wind up in jail. I'll see you all later.
Well, you told him, Kelly.
I hope you're satisfied. I know what I'm going to do. buffalo hunters! Break the curve! Grab the gun! Told you, there's no way between them or behind them.
I've got the money. What do they want?
Give me the money, Major.
Use your head. Don't try to go between them. They'll cut you down.
Maybe not.
Hey, Buffalo Man, I got your money. The railroad paid the damages. Hold your fire.
Get back, Wyatt. It's too late for talking.
Go back, Miss Dora! Go back! It is Miss Dora. Hold your fire.
Quit shooting. You'll hit Miss Dora.
You ain't hurt, Miss Dora.
No, I'm not, but it's a small wonder. You idiots out here shooting at each other in a darn fool row. Put down your guns, all of you. Or you'll never get a welcome again from me or my girls, and I mean it.
Look, the railroad paid your damages, $900.
It ain't enough, Wyatt.
Well, that's all you're going to get. Now, if you men hang around here with guns, the railroad's going to start the soldiers after you. You buffalo hunters haven't changed a bit from the days I was a hide hunter. You're all still stubborn and cantankerous.
Well, that settles it. Unless you behave yourselves, no more buffalo men welcome in my dance hall.
Oh, we take the deal, Miss Dora, and we behave, don't we, boys?
Yeah, we agree to that, don't we, fellas? Yeah, we agree. No more fighting, Miss Dora.
Now, you can take this to the city council. That's your privilege. But what Miss Dora Hand did this afternoon more than makes up for any trouble that was caused at her place. Now, I'll argue against closing her. Jim Kelly controls the majority vote in the council.
Well, I guess you're right. No hard feelings?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Quite a woman, isn't she?
Can I tell her that it's coming from you?
Great Scott, no. I'm a happily married man.
Evening, Miss Dora.
Oh, howdy.
Did you have your talk with Reverend Hawkins?
He wants me to stay on in the choir. The women are raising such Ned. I've caused enough trouble already. Foolish notion. Me in a church.
Now, wait a minute. What is the church for except for good people and sinners? We're going back in there and tell them what they...
Whoa, Marshal. Love thy neighbor. Be good to them that hate you, remember?
Don't smile. You don't feel like smiling?
No, I don't. You were about to say...
I was about to say that in this town of women, you're a great lady.
Thank you.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Wyatt Earp has moved to Wichita after a locally renowned career as Marshal of Ellsworth, Kansas. Wichita was the new capital of the cow towns, where the great cattle drives from Texas reached the railroad. Hoodlums boasted there was no law in Wichita. The year 1875 saw Wyatt Earp become Marshal of that turbulent city, fighting frontier gunslingers with his fists, his .45 Colts, and his sawed-off shotgun.
Wichita. There she stands, Wyatt. This is Douglas Avenue, our local Broadway.
It sure makes Ellsworth look like a stage stop.
You're in the big city, Mr. Earp. Texas House, the Wichita Eagle, fine newspaper. Mine. This is Main Street. Palace Saloon. Down there is the Oriental Saloon. Next one is Rowdy Cates' establishment. There's the Wichita House. Way down at the end on the other side of the street's the Occidental. Douglas Avenue House, Ayers Saloon. That next street down is Horse Thief Corner.
Murdoch! Murdoch! The vigilantes are aiming at Hank Slick Lonigan. They say he murdered Hank Mahoney last night.
Where's Judge Jewett?
In Kansas City on business. There'll be a lynching if you don't stop them.
They'll be stopped. Where are they?
Over at the jail.
Looks like we better head that way, huh?
Welcome to our fair city.
Here comes Marsh now.
Lucky you got here, Marsh.
Hello, Bennett. What's the trouble?
Sheriff Todd won't turn Lonigan over. The fool says he'll make a fight of it.
I'll have a talk with him. Marshal Earp, this is Dave Bennett, the president of our Citizens Committee for Law and Order.
You mean vigilantes. Glad to know you, Mr. Bennett. So you're the great Wyatt Earp. Gentlemen, this is the new peace officer Marsh hired to replace Wild Bill Hickok.
Well, glad you can save the handshaking for later. Come along, Wyatt. Sheriff Todd?
Yeah?
Marsh Murdoch. Open up.
Thank the Lord, Marsh. This up?
That's right.
The rest of you stand back. It's providential, Earp. Simply providential. I'm no hand with guns. My job is strictly collecting taxes. I hope you can take over this affair right away. I'll swear him in. That'll make it legal till the judge gets back, huh?
All right, but calm down. You alone here?
Yeah.
What happened to the deputy marshals?
They all skipped. They're afraid of the Citizens Committee.
Slick Lonigan's a faro dealer at Rowdy Cates. Who's the man he murdered?
Hank Mahoney. I didn't know him.
I do, unless there are two Hank Mahoneys. The one I know is a killer.
Hank Mahoney wasn't armed. Dave Bennett says.
I'd like to talk to Lonigan. Okay?
Of course. Bring him in here, will you, Sheriff?
All right. Lonigan's your responsibility. You handle the CCs.
Better put this on, Wyatt.
Wait a minute. You didn't tell me there were vigilantes here?
We had to let them organize. Cowhands threatened to tear the town apart.
I don't work with vigilantes, Mr. Murdoch.
Neither do I. And I should have told you that the CCs are a special problem. But I was afraid you'd turn down the job.
Looks like I better do that now.
Now, hold on, Wyatt.
I don't like vigilantes. They shoot and hang a man first and then ask questions. Now, you hired me to enforce the law. Well, lynching a man isn't the law, Mr. Murdoch.
I agree with you. Judge Jewett, Mayor Hope, and I want to force the vigilantes to disband. We're convinced that some of them are mixed up with the crooked gambling and rustling.
That's a good bet.
But we have to have proof, Wyatt. It has to stand up in court.
Will you back me up if I start rousting that crowd out there?
All the way.
Here's Lonigan. What'll I tell the vigilantes? Tell him Marshal Earp is working on the case.
Thanks. Rest yourself.
A lot of men out there that want to hang you, Mr. Lonergan.
Oh, sure.
I understand you killed Hank Mahoney when he wasn't wearing any guns.
You the Wyatt Earp that ran it over Ben Thompson?
Yes, he is.
Hey, Murdoch, quit stalling and bring him out.
Hold it, Bennett. Just give us a couple of minutes.
That'd be Dave Bennett. Important man.
Was Hank wearing a gun?
2 of them.
Shot him in a fair fight, huh?
He yelled for me to come out in the alley. I came out, gave him both barrels.
Shotgun him?
Yeah.
Who took care of Mahoney then?
Well, Sheriff Todd says he helped carry him over to Doc Fabrique's office. Shot in the stomach. What could Doc do?
Well, then you claim that somebody must have taken the guns off the body.
How else could it have happened?
Why was Hank gunning for you?
I worked for Rowdy Kate. Maybe she can tell you. If you're going to turn me over to the vigilantes, at least give me a gun.
Mr. Lonergan, what makes you think I'd turn you over to that lynch mob?
Oh, they're not a mob. They're the Citizens Committee for Law and Order. They run this town, Mr. Earp.
They do?
No, they don't run this town. You're the Marshal of Wichita. Prisoner's in your hands.
Thank you, Mr. Murdoch.
Must be this lucky agate Katie gave me. All of a sudden, I draw 2 aces.
We'll take Mr. Lonergan back to his cell and then have a little talk with that committee.
All right, men. Now, this is what we're going to do. We run this town. You understand? And nobody's going to tell us what to do.
Gentlemen, there appears to be some doubt that Mahoney was unarmed when Lonergan shot him.
Well, that's ridiculous. We have 10 witnesses.
Break it up.
What?
I said break it up. You have no business here. Now, I know what you men call yourselves, but you're just a plain lynch mob to me.
Marsh, you going to put up with this?
I hired Mr. Earp with the approval of Judge Jewett and Mayor Hope.
Not with my approval.
He doesn't need your approval. Your committee doesn't have any legal standing. Now, if Lonergan is guilty, he'll be punished according to the law. But in the meantime, Mr. Bennett, you and your friends are packing guns in violation of a city ordinance. I realize it hasn't been enforced lately, but that's the reason I'm not going to arrest you at this time.
Why, you...
Don't try it. Now, most of you are decent men. And yet you let a fool like this tell you what to do. Now, I don't think Mr. Lonergan is guilty, and I aim to prove it. But either way, you're not the judge and jury. Now, get moving.
Come on, Dave.
See you in the last.
Quit that! Go away!
It's Mildred, Miss Kate. It's the marshal. The new marshal.
Earp? What's he want? This hour of the morning.
He says it's about Slick. And he's real nice and gentlemanly, too, Miss Kate.
All right, tell him to come on up.
She says it's all right, Mr. Earp. Right up the stairs.
What an hour to wake anybody up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, do I look awful?
You look real fine, Miss Kate.
Oh, you always say those nice things, Mildred. Open the door. Wow.
How do you do, Miss Kate? I'm sorry to bother you so early.
Harm's already been done. Is Mr. Lonergan okay?
Well, for the time being, yes.
I hear you put a head on the Thompsons over at Ellsworth.
Well, I put Bill in jail.
Just like that, huh? Hey, Mildred, coffee on the double.
Yes, ma'am.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Mr. Earp, I want to be polite, but I can't afford to get mixed up in this.
Well, maybe you can answer a few questions, like, was Hank Mahoney packing guns last night?
Yes, 2 of them.
Will you testify to that?
If I did that, I'd leave Wichita in a coffin.
You afraid of the vigilantes, huh?
Scared to death. Have a drink, Mr. Earp?
Don't use it.
Some...
No, thanks.
Any vices at all?
Miss Kate, I came here to question you.
Can't talk about it. Not even to help Slick. And I'm real fond of it.
Are you in love with him?
No. He's a good faro dealer. He doesn't cheat the customers and he doesn't cheat the house. That's why he... Slick's been after me to marry him. Good faro dealers are so scarce, I've been considering it. Right there, Mildred. You do drink coffee.
Yes, but not now, thanks. You're going to lose, Mr. Lonergan.
What?
His only defense is for somebody to prove that Hank Mahoney was armed and gunning for him. If you leave things stand the way they are now, the law's going to hang him. Good day, Miss Kate.
Hold on. I know what happened last night and why. But I can't prove it.
Well, why don't you tell me about it? Maybe I can.
Keep me out of it?
Well, I can try to, but that's all I'm going to promise.
Well, better try. You can get me run out of town or killed.
Who are you afraid of?
The gambling place across the street.
The Palace?
Yes. They tried to hire Slick away from me. He wouldn't leave me, so they hired Mahoney to gun him.
Just because he wouldn't take the job?
No. Slick also talked too much about the men who secretly own that place.
Mr. Bennett, maybe.
Slick killed Mahoney in a fair fight. But somebody took Hank's guns and hit him before Doc Fabrique claimed the body. That's the truth. I can't prove it. I've said all I'm going to say.
Well, you talk at the trial?
No.
Well, thank you. You've helped considerable, Miss Kate. Do you want a bodyguard?
Not now. But you'd be my first choice.
Well, thank you. I'm going to go over and see Doc Fabrique now.
Don't mention my name, please.
Why, is he a friend of Bennett?
Oh, no. Doc hates everybody.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Just keep on with that stuff. You'll fall off your horse again. Bust your stitches loose and bleed to death on the road. I've been looking for a good cadaver to send to the St. Louis Medical School. That blather-lipped, snake-eyed, scrim-shank Mahoney fella got himself all messed up with buckshot in the abdomen. You do me a favor and bleed to death. Busy, sit down and wait. Too bad you fell on your head. You might have broken your arm.
Dr. Fabrique, I'm Wyatt Earp, the new city marshal.
I don't care who you are. I told you to sit down and wait. That'll be $1. 35 cents. Get out of here. I want to talk to you.
You better talk to me.
Huh? What's that?
You're the coroner around here, aren't you?
Well, yes.
You collect a fee for every death by violence, don't you?
Young man, if you mean
Where's
to
your
insist...
autopsy and coroner's inquest report on Hank Mahoney?
Autopsy? You sure you haven't got some buttons loose?
Now, look, you're wasting both of our time. I want the report on Hank Mahoney. It just happens to be a murder case, you know.
Autopsy. Hank was killed with buckshot wounds in the abdomen. It was so obvious that only a young idiot like you would ask for an autopsy.
What about the coroner's inquest?
Oh, foolishness. Hank was killed at the hands of Slick Lanigan. I'll have the coroner's report on Hank ready in plenty of time for the trial.
No, Doctor. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Get out of my office! 10 minutes. Autopsy. Next patient!
Hi, Mr. Murdoch.
Well, the town's starting to spin. I hear you fired 3 deputies and swore in 5 new men.
7. They're my friends from buffalo hunting days.
Have you learned anything new?
Yeah. But doesn't fit to print. Did you, get that telegram off to Judge Jewett?
Uh-huh. Got an answer. He'll be back tonight.
Well, that's good. I'm going to ask him for a court order disbanding the vigilantes.
Wonderful. But you'd better have some evidence. The judge hates him, but he still has to follow the letter of the law.
I know. I'm working on it. Well, I'm going to go down and see Doc Fabrique before he leaves his office. I'll see you at dinner.
Fine.
Oh, by the way, I wrote a story for your paper. It says that any honest citizen who knows what happened to Hank Mahoney's guns should come forward and tell.
New lead?
Hmm?
Thanks, Wyatt.
Now, listen to what I'm going to read you, Doctor. It is specifically provided by the terms of this ordinance that the city marshal must certify to all fees collected by the coroner.
Let me see that.
Here.
The scoundrels. Those red-eyed pipsqueak politicians. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have taken the job.
It's too bad, Doc. The records show that since Mr. Hickok quit and I took over the job, the city owes you $137 in back fees. Do you want me to certify?
I earned it?
Sure, and you'll get it.
When? When will I get it?
Just as soon as you perform an autopsy on Hank Mahoney.
You're worse than Wild Bill Hickok. He was a smart skunk, but you're a crafty one. Okay. The body's in the back room.
Can I watch?
Suit yourself. And I hope you faint at the sight of it. Crack your stubborn head. Go ahead.
So you don't like your job as sheriff, huh?
You know what I mean. I don't like lynchings. I told you this morning when I wouldn't let you take Lonigan.
Shut up! You're in this just as deep as any of us. Lonigan knows too much, and Earp's been snooping around. We blundered once before in hiring a drunken fool to gun Slick. This time we're going to do our own job with a rope, right?
I don't know, Dave.
All bets down, gentlemen? 5 of spades. 5 of spades? Oh, yes. No, nobody on 5 of spades. 7
Hold the game.
I thought I told you never
Keep
to
your
come in
temper,
my
woman.
place
Keep
again.
your temper. Now, Earp has enough evidence to clear Slick, if he wants to use it. But you know what that nasty fella told me? He says he'll let Lonigan swing if you don't tell him the truth about the vigilantes.
No.
Well, Earp can just let Dave Bennett take Slick. Just sit in the jail office tonight and do nothing. Now, if you like that fella, you blonde-headed nanny goat, you'll be there.
Oh.
All right, gentlemen. I'm taking over for Kate. Make your game.
Marshal Earp, the Citizens Committee's forming up the lumberyard. They'll be here in about 10 minutes.
Okay. All the deputies report?
Yes, sir.
Good. Be sure and tell them to load their shotguns with slugs. We'll make our play out in front.
Yes, sir.
Close the door and don't let anybody in.
Yes, sir.
Did you send Doc Fabrique?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it won't work. I don't care that much about Slick.
You're in love with him.
You're not going to get me in court.
You know, I think you know all about Bennett and Sheriff Todd, don't you?
Yes. But if you expect me to go to court and I just can't live.
Doc Fabrique says you will.
Why, that old fool.
He says you're in love with Slick, and he also says that Bennett owns the Palace Saloon. That Sheriff Todd made a deal with you and some others to collect only half your taxes. Is that the truth?
Well, yes.
Well, Bennett and Todd are leaders of the vigilantes. Do you think it's right for these men to parade around town with guns and lynching ropes?
No.
Don't think you're going to be safe just by not talking. Bennett will turn on you someday and run you right out of town, just like he's trying to run me out.
And why should I be the one to squeal in court?
Because you're honest. Because you're in love with Slick. Because you hate violence and despise hypocrites.
I'm not that good, Mr. Earp. Or that brave.
I'll see you in court in the morning.
Don't count on it.
You better use this door. No sense of you getting hurt. Oh, and you better go straight back to your place.
No palaver. Bring him out.
I told you men this morning you were a lynch mob.
Now, do you want me to start shooting, or do you want to listen to some evidence?
What evidence?
Hank Mahoney was wearing guns last night. Lonigan's buckshot tore off part of his gun belt and carried it into his body. Doc Fabrique recovered a hunk of the gun belt along with 245 cartridges in the autopsy.
The doc's a liar, and so are you.
Now, the rest of you men file by, and I'll show you the evidence.
You're right, Marshal Earp. I'm sorry I listened to Dave.
Mr. McCready? The following men are under arrest. Mr. Brown, Mr. Fisher, Mr. Salter, and Mr. Bennett. Give them your guns. Put them in jail. You men pick up Mr. Bennett. Now, the rest of you men go on home where you belong. Go on.
He stalled on reading your petition about as long as he can. You sure Kate will come?
Well, if she doesn't, we're sunk.
Marshal Earp,
Yes, Your Honor.
you make the charge here that several members of the Citizens Committee are of bad character and are allied with the hoodlum element.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Have you any testimony to present bearing on this accusation?
Well, no, sir, not at this time. You see...
Let's see the proof. Where's the witnesses?
Order.
Shut up, Bennett. Throw him out of court, Judge.
Order. Proceed, Marshal Earp.
I ask the court to realize that it takes time to gather legal proof against illegal vigilantes. You need a temporary court injunction to publicly discredit the...
Marshal, the court has heard enough. You display poor judgment in making slanderous charges against Mr. Bennett and his associates without a single witness.
Mr. Earp has a witness, Your Honor. May I?
Swear in, clerk. Thank you, Miss Kate.
It's a pleasure, Judge.
The court apologizes to Marshal Earp for having doubted his word and wishes to express its gratitude to Miss Kate for having the courage to come here and testify. It is the order of the court that the Citizens Committee here and now disband. Court is adjourned.
Oh, I'm so glad you think so. I was so nervous I didn't think I'd come here in time. Is this official or personal, Mr. Earp?
I'm your bodyguard.
Oh, Bennett wouldn't dare do anything now. Oh. Thanks. I'm quite the little heroine now. Even the good folks gave...
Look out!
Why didn't you shoot him?
No need to. I can trace him through this. Probably just a decoy to draw me away from you.
Oh, don't draw away from me.
Don't worry, I won't. I want the word to get around that I'm real fond of you. Or gun anybody that does you any harm.
That ought to get the word around. Oh, I like that.
Miss Kate, break it up, you men. Go on, break it up.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Mr. Wilkins? 3 cents, jackknife, and a watch. Is that right?
That's right.
Sign that receipt.
Boy, you can sure give a man a hangover with that gun barrel of yours.
Well, that's better than being shot, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon. Thank you, Marshal.
And don't come back.
Don't worry. I won't.
Mr. James, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a dime. Rabbit's foot and a comb. Sign it. Mr. Clements, 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, and 12 cents. Well, looks like you didn't spend much, Mr. Clemens. You're lucky.
Sure. Real lucky. Spending my vacation in this hole.
Oh, it's not too bad. Food's pretty good.
Listen to me, Earp. You made a monkey out of me, and I'll be back. And I'm not coming alone, either. My brothers will be with me, and you'll wish you'd never seen me.
Clements, you made a monkey out of yourself. You didn't check your guns, and you had plenty of time to do it. Now, as for your brothers, I took care of Mannon, and I'll be very happy to meet the rest of them.
I'll tell them.
Yeah, you do that. Now, here's your gun. But I don't want you to load it or put it on until you get in the outskirts of town.
You're throwing me out of town, huh?
That's right. When you cool off, you can come back in town if you want to. But remember to check that. Come here. Sign your receipt.
Like I said, I'll be back.
I'll be here. Clements. You slam that door and I'll throw you back in the cell.
That young Clements is going to turn out even worse than his brothers, if he lives long enough.
His pride's hurt, that's all. He'll get over it.
Marshal, there's a funny-looking dude over at the Wichita. Says he wants to see you.
A dude?
Yeah, and packing the biggest gun I ever saw. You ought to see the size of it.
Yeah, I guess I ought to. Sam, check those out for me, will you?
Yes, sir.
I'll be back in a little while.
So Earp came from Ellsworth to Wichita several months ago, huh?
Yep.
Well, why'd he leave Ellsworth? They run him out?
Yep. I insulted him, so he left. He's very sensitive.
Now, never mind the sarcasm. I just want the facts, Doctor. I want to know everything there is to know about Wyatt Earp. Well, now what's the matter?
Nothing. I was just wondering if you'd fit a regular-sized coffin or if I should have one specially made to order. A little wider across the beam.
Now, you stop talking like that, or...
Or what?
Or you stop drinking out of my bottle. Now, you ready to answer my questions?
All right. I'll answer all I can.
Well, now, how many men did he kill?
Who?
Well, who do you think? Wyatt Earp.
Oh, him. None? None as far as I know.
All right. None? Well, what kind of a frontier marshal is that?
I think I'd better let the marshal himself answer you on that one.
Are you Wyatt Earp?
Yes, sir.
Well, I've come a long way to meet you. My name is Buntline, Ned Buntline. You heard of me, of course.
I don't think I have, Mr. Buntline.
Oh, you must have. I write dime novels about the West. I've written hundreds of them. What's the matter, you people out here? Don't you read?
Well, I'm just about to ask you the same question. Can you?
Well, Sir, you are addressing a man whose command of English is the envy of...
A simple no or yes will be sufficient, Mr. Buntline.
Well, of course I read, you idiot.
Then you're under arrest.
Under arrest? What for?
For that.
Huh? For what? Oh, I'm a little nearsighted. I can't see a thing. Oh. I beg your pardon, Marshal.
If you don't mind.
This isn't loaded.
Well, the law makes no distinction between loaded and unloaded guns, Mr. Buntline.
It isn't even mine. Just read the inscription on it.
What's this all about?
It's a gratuity, Mr. Earp. It's a small token of my admiration for you as the most stalwart of the... It's not true that you haven't killed anybody here in Wichita, is it? Oh, it doesn't make a difference. People will never believe that. They'll believe what I tell them to believe. Marshal, this is your lucky day.
Mr. Buntline, I think you've been drinking a
Well,
little too
of
much.
course I have. That's what saloon's for, isn't it?
Well, I think you better come along with me.
Well, I certainly will. That's what I've traveled 2,000 miles to do. Mr. Earp, you are one of the... I've undergone a great many inconveniences to make this trip. I left my favorite razor back in Boston. I forgot it. And now I can't shave until I get back home.
Why not?
Because I'm sensitive.
Oh.
And believe me, sir, I didn't leave a luxurious home in New England just for the trip. I came here for one purpose, and one purpose only, to see Marshal Wyatt Earp of Wichita and to offer him fame and wealth beyond his wildest dreams.
Mr. Buntline, I still haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Well, now, surely the thought of fabulous wealth, complete financial independence, surely that's a thought worth exploring, is it not?
Go ahead and explore it.
Smoke, gentlemen. They're specially made. Cost more than $1 each.
No, thanks.
Are the windows open? I'll take one.
Mr. Earp, have you ever heard of a man named William F. Cody?
Buffalo Bill? Sure.
Do you know who made Buffalo Bill? Do you know who changed him from a nondescript, practically penniless hunter into an international figure of fame?
No.
Do you know...
You know this isn't a bad cigar? Thank you.
Do you know who made Buffalo Bill the idol of every female in America? Do you know who enabled him to earn 50,000 American dollars in less than 1 year's time?
No, who?
Me, Ned Buntline.
It figures.
And I can do the same thing for you. Now think of it. Your name up on the banners, just like Buffalo Bill's. Ned Buntline presents his Wild West show, featuring in person Wyatt Earp, the great frontier marshal. How does that sound to you?
It sounds ridiculous.
What? Well, maybe I haven't made myself clear. All you'd have to do would be to...
All I'd have to do is stand up on a stage and make a fool of myself, get all dressed up in fancy clothes, and smile at 1,000 staring faces. Oh, you make yourself very clear.
Now, just a moment, Marshal. Don't... I warn you that...
I'm the one that does the warning around here. Now, you get out and stay out. Go on to back where you came from.
Well, you can't
Come on,
talk to
just
me
get
like
out.
that. I'm not...
Quiet, quiet. You took the fella too serious. He was only trying to make you filthy rich.
Filthy is the word.
Sit down. I want to give you some advice. Oh, I know you never listen to any of it. But will you please sit down now? Please listen to me.
All right.
Wyatt, each man has to decide what he will do or won't do for money. But I hated to see you passing judgment on Buntline.
I didn't do that.
A plain no is enough. Instead, you throw him out. That's passing judgment.
I guess I did lose my temper.
Buntline can claim respect on a good many counts. I'd say offhand that he's made about 1 million children happy. Don't you add that to his favor?
Yeah. All right. I was wrong. I'll apologize to him.
Good. Oh, and another thing. He went to considerable trouble and expense to have this thing specially made for you. Now, the least you can do is try it out for him.
Maybe I will.
Look at that. I wonder what it is.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
He's alive. It talks.
Come on, let's go to town. We got things to do.
Now, wait a minute, kid. That'll keep. That's one thing you gotta learn. Never pass up fun when you find it. Life's too short.
What do you mean? What do you mean, fun?
Fun. Say, you know, that's a real fancy outfit you've got on. That.
Well, thank you very much.
It's a nice.
Yeah, no, stop it, will you?
Say, wait a minute, mister. There's one thing you gotta learn about this country. Don't insult people who are trying to make friends with you.
Well, I didn't insult you. I'm. Will you have a cigar?
Well, you're a dude smuggler, huh? You're in trouble.
Oh, I'm no. Hey, now, cut it out, you men, will you? Now, I warn you, you'll regret it.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. I don't think the marshal would like to see his friends mistreated.
The marshal, huh? You friend of the marshal?
Wyatt?
Yeah.
Well, I should say I am. He's practically a partner of mine. Now, I tell you, let's just forget this, and I won't say anything. I've got a sense of humor.
Well, it's a good thing you have. Yeah, you're going to need it where you're going. You're coming with us.
Yeah, oh, no, I'm not.
Shut up. You're coming with us.
Well, I guess I am.
Marshal, that Wild Clements kid is back here looking for you with one of his brothers.
Oh, they checked their guns?
No.
Where are they?
Sitting on their horses right up the street. And listen, Marshal, you know that noisy tenderfoot that was here yesterday? Buntline?
Yeah?
Well, he's with him.
You sure?
Positive.
That's close enough, Marshal.
Mr. Buntline, you're in bad company.
None of my choosing.
Shut up.
Yep, I told you I was coming back.
Chip, you surprised me. I figured you'd raise your kid brother to fight his own battles.
I did. I just come along to see it was a fair fight. That don't mean no shotgun against a 6-gun. It's going to take some mighty fancy scattergun shooting to miss your dude friend here.
Hell, I've never had to kill anyone yet. I'd hate to have you be the first.
It's going to be you or me. You can make up your mind to that.
I'm sorry, boy.
Never mind being sorry. Just get rid of that shotgun. Then you and the kid can shoot it out alone with 6 guns.
What about you?
You know me better than that. I'm not butting in if it's a fair fight.
All right, Hal, you got yourself a shootout. I'll be right back.
He's yellow.
No, he ain't. He says he'd be back, he'll be back. You just better be fast today, kid.
Don't worry about it. I can beat him.
Yeah, I reckon you can at that. Matter of fact, I'd be willing to make a bet on it if I could find somebody to bet with.
You stay here. All right, Hal, get off your horse.
You said something about a wager, Mr. Clemens. I'd like to bet $100 on the marshal.
You get yourself a bet.
All right, hold it right there. I'll make you play.
You're crazy. You can't hit anything from there.
I can hit you. Now draw.
What's that?
That is a buntline special.
What, now, just a minute.
Sam, come on over here and break that up.
Well, you had your shootout, Hal. You're still alive, I'm glad.
You really are.
Yeah. We're going to the jail.
Yeah. You're a mighty excitable little man, Mr. Buntline.
And you're a coward, Mr. Clemens.
Hold it!
You talk about fair fights. You were going to use that rifle on the marshal.
Oh, it might have looked that way to you, but...
Are you staying in town? If you are, check your gun now.
No, I'm not staying.
Mr. Clemens, you owe me money.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I wasn't going to use this rifle on the marshal.
Yes, well, I say you were.
Well, I say I wasn't.
Yeah. All right. You were. Gentlemen, the drinks are on me.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Not till you get that patched up.
Well, we can patch and drink.
You come on over to my place.
I'll see you at the Texas house.
There you are, Mr. Buntline. I'm sure you won't have any complications now. Just wear that for a couple of days.
Yeah, well, I may wear that a little bit longer.
How's your jaw feel?
Well, it's still a little sore, but nothing to affect my drinking.
Would you like a little nip?
You're the doctor.
Well, I prescribed a little spot of elixir.
All right.
I call this Plu's Spaventure. I'm sure you like it.
Good.
It'll take the wrinkles out of your jaw and out of your head. Hold her now. There we go. A little toast. To your health, Mr. Buntline, and to your courage.
Oh, Doc, well, thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
If I was a drinking man, I'd join the doc in that toast.
Well, that's very kind of you to say that, Marshal. Good. So you like the special, huh?
Yes, sir, I sure do. It's a fine weapon.
Good, good. Sit down, Marshal.
Well, thank you. There are a couple of things I'd like to say to you. First, I want to tell you how much I appreciate your action on the street today. You're a very brave man.
Well, I never did anything like it before. You know, Marshal, I think there's something about your part of the country that gives men courage when they need it.
An interesting observation, Mr. Buntline, and very possibly true.
There's something else. I owe you an apology. I hope you'll accept it.
An apology? What for?
For treating you the way I did yesterday. I had no right to be angered by your business proposition. I'm sorry.
Does that mean you accept it?
No, sir. I've thought it over, and, well, I decided against it. I thank you just the same.
Well, I wish you'd tell me why.
Well, I'll try to answer that. I guess it's because I like the frontier. I like the people. I admire and respect them. Even the bad ones sometimes.
I think I know what you mean. Those Clemens brothers, for instance. No matter what else they are, they're still strong men.
Yeah. It takes a certain kind of man to make the West. It always has. I guess I just wouldn't be happy in any of the surroundings, Mr. Buntline. No matter how much money I could make elsewhere.
Well, we'd have cleaned up, you and I. Well, I tried anyway. Believe me, the trip was well worth it.
About this gun.
Now, that gun is yours.
Well, I'd like to keep it, Mr. Buntline, but I can't accept it as a gift. I'll buy it from you. A regulation Colt's worth about $60 new. I figure this is worth about $100. Will that be all right, Mr. Buntline?
It will not. Now, look, I'll make more than 100 times what that cost with my eyewitness account of the hair-raising, breathtaking six-gun duel in the dusty, silent, sun-baked streets of Wichita, Kansas, at 10 cents a copy.
All right, Mr. Buntline. I accept it with thanks. Saved a life today. Might have been my own.
Marshal, all I can say is Wear it in good health.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I better get back to Boston and get a shave. Goodbye, Doctor.
Bye.
Yeah. Marshal Earp.
Goodbye, Mr. Butler. You have a good trip now.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Wyatt Earp, as Marshal of Wichita in 1875, had gone against hardened killers like Manon Clements and John Wesley Hardin, mature men with a lust for blood and a quick hand on the grip of a Colt 45. But there was a group of desperados, most of them 18 or 20 years old, who styled themselves Billy the Kid or the Pecos Kid or the Comanche Kid. A few of them were like young Lonnie McVeigh, known as the Kansas Kid, who found himself hounded by a reputation and driven toward death at the end of a posse's rope.
How bad is he?
Not too good.
We better get him to a doctor.
Anything really new in the paper?
Well, the Times of New York City is charging corruption by Tammany Hall. The French have asked President Grant if he'd like a statue.
Of himself?
No, a Statue of Liberty. They want to give it to us because we're the first republic.
Oh, I think that's a very nice idea. How much would it cost?
No, Martha, that's not the point. The point is that if they gave us...
Lonnie!
Yeah, it's me.
Now, Martha, why have you come here?
Used to be my home, didn't it?
Lonnie, my boy, it's still your home. We've missed you so and waited.
Martha?
There's a posse after me. That's the only reason I came back.
A posse? You expect us to hide you here?
I always thought you were my father.
Oh, now, John.
We told him last time he mustn't ever come back.
Oh,
You agreed to it?
I know, but why did you come here? Why is the law after you?
There's something I didn't do.
You see, John.
No. He's a stage robber and a murderer. Get out.
Not right now.
Please, John.
He can't expect us to hide the Kansas Kid from the law.
Shut up. I'll hide myself. I don't want you to do anything but shut up. Ain't asking you. I'm telling you.
Lonnie, not your own father.
You practically threw me out. Ignored me when I was a kid. I don't owe you a thing. As far as I'm concerned, you're just any stranger. And this is just any house.
You can't hide here.
Who's stopping me?
Plain common sense ought to stop you. That posse will report to Marshal Earp. This is the first place he'll search.
He nor any other marshal don't know my real name.
And you're not going to tell on him, John. You can't. He's our son.
He won't tell on me. He knows what he'll get if he does. Turned my horse loose and made it here on foot. I'm dead beat. I'm going upstairs. The least you can do is give me a bed for the night. Considering you haven't much choice.
Now, Martha, we agreed
Lonnie,
that...
what are they after you for?
They say I killed a man. They aim to hang me.
Marshal Earp, this is Sheriff Osborne from Kingman County.
Howdy. Mr. Earp, these are my two deputies, Larson, Jones. Glad to know you. A long way from home.
Yeah. They chased the Kansas kid into town, but he got away.
Oh, how? The kid shot Danny Ober just as we were overtaking him outside the city limits. We had to stop, take care of him. He's over at the docks now.
Doc Fabrique's a good man.
Seemed to know his business. Sit down, gentlemen.
How do you think the kid's holed up in Wichita? Huh?
Oh, he has to be. Rode in here not more than half an hour ago.
What's he wanted for besides wounding one of your deputies?
Well, he killed a Wells Fargo guard in a stage holdup outside of Kingman City. I'm having some of these printed up.
The Kansas kid. There are a dozen kids, this and that. What's his real name?
Nobody knows. Works out of the brush country.
Never comes into town, huh?
If he has, he's sure got sense enough not to brag on who he is.
But you men can identify him?
We got close enough for that.
He's slender, brown hair, brown eyes, good-looking kid.
Marshal Earp, we picked up a stray horse that was wanted on a cross street off Douglas Avenue. I got him outside.
That could be the kid's horse.
Let's take a look.
This is the one right here.
Mr. Blaze, 3 white stockings. Belongs to the kid, all right.
Looks like he was traveling light. A long ride. Looks like an old saddle, too. About 8 or 9 years, I'd say.
Uh-huh.
This saddle maker's mark might give us a lead. Looks like old man Gentry's.
Here in Wichita?
Yeah. We'll take the horse on down to his shop. You and your men might as well get some rest and something to eat.
Any objection to my going along with you, Mr. Earp?
Well, it happens there is. Old man Gentry may not want to talk in front of strangers.
Okay, you're the law in Wichita, so long as we get the kid.
If he's here, you get him. Come on, boy.
Who is it?
Your mother.
Where's the old man? Did he go to turn me in?
I don't know.
I was born in this house. I might as well die here.
If you're innocent, as you say, you should give yourself up.
Stand trial, I suppose.
Yes.
They've tagged me with enough jobs to hang me 9 times.
We know Marshal Earp. He's a decent young man. He goes to our church.
Awful fast with a gun, I hear.
He'd treat you fairly.
I'm good with a gun, too.
Guns. That's how it started. You were smaller than the boys your age. You thought you'd be even up with guns.
I evened up.
Your father would have stood by you. The morning you ran away, he'd gone to hire a lawyer. What have you done now? What have you brought to us?
The old man's walking around in the yard. Guess he can't make up his mind to turn me in.
I want you to make up your own mind. Go to Marshal Earp and tell him you're this Kansas kid.
Too late, Mom.
It's never too late to...
You go to prison? I could take that for stage robbery. But you don't know what it's like to have a reputation like mine. They accuse me of holdups I was miles away from, of shooting men I never saw in my life. Every crime that's unsolved, I did it. I'm the Kansas kid.
And proud of it.
Not anymore.
Then go to Marshal Earp. Tell him what you've just told me.
Mom, I never could talk to Papa. But I used to be able to tell you things.
Tell me now, Lonnie.
All right. You ever hear of lynching?
Yes.
Earp would hand me over to that posse. They'd hang me on the trail.
That your saddle, Mr. Gentry?
Yeah, I made it.
You remember who bought it?
Forget.
You keep a record of all your sales, don't you?
No.
Look, Mr. Gentry, Wichita is a small town. The boy that rode that can't hide here for very long. Now, if you know who it is, the kindest thing you can do is to tell me.
How do you figure that?
Some men from Kingman County are after him. I can vouch for me and my deputies, but the other crowd spots him first. I can't vouch for them. Your memory improving?
You wouldn't want me to remember, Wyatt.
Some friends of mine involved?
Good, decent people.
Now, withholding information like this may lead to the arrest of an outlaw. You know what that means?
Jail? You wouldn't go that far.
Yes, I would if I had to. Come on, you might as well tell me. I'm going to find out anyway.
Okay, Wyatt. I tried to protect a good family. John McVeigh bought it from me.
John McVeigh? I'm looking for a kid that's 18 or 19 years of age. Does he have any children?
He had a son, if you must know.
I almost wish I didn't have to know.
He's their sorrow, Wyatt. Make it as easy on them as you can.
Yeah. I'll be back for that later.
Oh, hello, Wyatt. Come in.
Evening, John.
Won't you sit down?
Oh, thanks. Is your son at home?
Wyatt.
Look, I know you want to lie to me. I couldn't blame you much if you did.
He said he didn't kill the Wells Fargo guard.
Well, maybe he didn't.
I'm not trying to make excuses for him. People blamed his mother and me. They always blame the parents when a boy goes wrong. Well, they shouldn't blame his mother. I'm the one, I guess. Always on the go. Ohio to Illinois, Illinois to Kentucky, and then out here. Scratching for a living. And forgetting, I guess, that my boy needed a little of me. And every time he needed me, Wyatt, I wasn't around. Ain't much feeling between us, I guess, and heavens knows there ought to be. I still don't know the whole answer between him and me, but Wyatt, save him for us if you can.
I'll do what I can, John. Now I have to arrest him. Where is he?
Oh, not alone, Wyatt. He's got 2 45s. Give Mrs. McVeigh a little time. Perhaps she can talk him into...
All right, Marshal Earp. Come and get me.
No, Lonnie. He's our friend.
No friend of mine.
I'm sorry.
Take it careful, Earp.
Don't shoot him. Aim at me. Finish what you've started, Lonnie.
Mom, that was a crazy thing to do. I might have pulled the trigger accidental. Not so smart of you, Mr. Earp. Why didn't you jerk your guns before you came in?
Well, this is your home, Lonnie. I didn't think you'd want to do any shooting in here.
My home. Sure. Ask him.
I want a fair trial for my son.
You promised that, Wyatt.
Of course. Come on, Lonnie. Before I turn you over to the posse, you and I will have a long talk. Come on.
Bye, Mom.
Oh.
Took any part in the Wells Fargo robbery near Kingman City, huh?
Yes.
All right, I used to work for Wells Fargo. Think I better get a telegram off to Ed Beatty in Topeka. He's our special agent for Kansas.
What good will that do? You have to turn me over to the Kingman County officers anyway.
Not tonight, I don't.
Well, give me the rope as soon as you do.
You think they're gonna lynch you? What makes you so sure of that?
I know Osborne.
Look, you wounded one of his men. He's pretty sore about it, and he's got a right to be, but that doesn't make him a lyncher.
Have it your way.
I want you to give me an honest answer to one question. Did you ever kill a man?
No. I shot up several, but I never killed anybody.
All right.
What difference does it make?
Makes the difference between a sentence for armed robbery and the rope. That's quite a big difference to your folks.
They don't care.
They care very much, more than you deserve.
Oh, sure.
Don't you play tough with me. First time you get into real trouble, you run for home. What'd you expect to find? Strangers, a mother and father that hate you?
I don't know.
You found your parents. Good people that love you in spite of everything you've done. If I didn't think you were sorry for the pain you caused them, I wouldn't even waste the cost for a telegram. Ollie! You put this prisoner in a cell by himself. I'm not going to book him yet, and I don't want any word going around town about it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go down to the Eagle office and send a telegram by press wire. I'll be back in 10 minutes. As soon as I hear from Wells Fargo, I'll get word to your folks. Otherwise, I won't be sleeping tonight.
Well, we better get back to the jail. See if Earp has tracked down that saddle mark.
I don't trust that old fella, Charlie. Why didn't he take you along?
It's his town.
Hey, you're the lawman from Kingman City that's after the Kansas kid.
Yeah, you seen him?
No, but Marshal Earp sneaked a young fella into jail. Maybe he's pulling a fast one.
Oh?
I got a good look at the kid.
Slender, brown hair, brown eyes?
Yeah, that's him.
You just bought yourself a drink.
Well, thanks.
Sit down, boys. We don't want any trouble with Earp. He's against lynching.
Oh? You aim to swing the kid?
Just as quick as we get him away from Earp and out of town. But we're gonna have to play it smart.
You sure Wyatt won't turn him over to the posse? John!
Of course he won't. Not till he hears from Wells Fargo.
Is there some legal trick they could work?
No, Martha. They're officers of the law. Why should they want to work some trick?
Because I'm going over to that jail.
Now get hold of yourself. Wyatt'll think we don't trust him.
I trust Wyatt, but not those Kingman County men. Lonnie told me something.
What?
There won't be a fair trial. Lonnie says they'll lynch him.
What's a big conference?
Wyatt, there's some wild talk I think you ought to know about.
What's that?
Cowhand in the Texas bar is telling us that the new prisoner's the Kansas kid.
You can't keep a cowhand from talking.
Yeah, but Marshal...
Here you made an arrest. The fellow told me he recognized the prisoner as a boy who used to live around here.
That's right, Mr. Osborne. Name of Lonnie McVeigh.
Well, I guess I ought to take a look at him.
Sit down for a second. Lonnie admits to being the Kansas kid.
Say, fast work, Marshal.
Yeah, but he denies pulling the Wells Fargo job.
Sure. Denying it, what's he got to lose? You believe him?
This wire just came from Ed Beatty. He's a special agent for Wells Fargo in Kansas. I wired him asking if he was positive the kid pulled the job.
Uh-huh. Well, all he says here is that his men on the case have some doubt.
Yeah, well, I know Ed Beatty. He'll check with the Pinkertons.
You know, there's one point we both forget.
What's that?
McVeigh claims to be the Kansas kid. But is he?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, maybe I ought to take a look at him anyway, just to make sure.
All right. I kind of hope he is bragging. Stand up, Lonnie. Oh?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Turn around, son.
You know me, Osborne.
I never saw the kid in good light close up. Tell him to turn around. Look, he's got to identify you. It's important.
All right.
Well, I sure couldn't swear to it. Maybe you ought to have my boys in here to take a look at him. They get a better look at the kid? Well, Larson did. You know, it'd be a long haul back to Kingman with the wrong man.
I thought you were going to telegraph Wells Fargo.
I did. They're checking with the Pinkertons. Are you still claiming you're the Kansas kid?
Osborne knows I am. This is just some kind of a trick.
Maybe you're the tricky one. If my boys aren't any more certain than I am, we're wasting time. Well, it's just common sense to have them identified. For your sake, I got to be positive. Go get your boys.
Mrs. McVeigh is here. I asked her to wait in there.
Thanks, Ollie. That's very smart thinking.
I want to make the rounds.
Right. See you later.
You bet.
Come in, Mrs. McVeigh. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's quite all right.
Won't you please sit down?
Thank you. You're not going to let them take him away.
No. As a matter of fact, Mr. Osborne's not too sure that Lonnie is the Kansas kid.
Not sure. He might be bragging.
Well, see, Lonnie thinks that Mr. Osborne's up to some kind of a trick. But he's wrong. You see,
Herb doesn't suspect a thing. There's only him and the two deputies. He thinks we're coming in to identify McVeigh. Now play it easy and casual till I give the word.
whether Lonnie's telling the truth or not, Mr. Osborne doesn't act like a hothead or a rope slinger to me. But anyway, I'm not going to release the boy to Mr. Osborne until I hear from Wells Fargo.
Oh, God bless you for that. His father and I are so grateful.
Wyatt, Osborne and his deputies are headed up this way now.
Oh, good. Oh, Mrs. McVeigh, would you mind waiting in the other room a moment? I'll be right with you.
Here they are.
I got a hunch it's just a fool kid trying to build himself into a desperate character.
Could be. Well, let's take a look at it.
Hold it.
Looks like I guessed wrong.
Yeah. Bring him in here. Go ahead.
Get the keys. Get them. Go on, Ollie. You're not going to make this work, Osborne.
It's working.
Lock him up.
I told you about him.
Save your breath, kid. You're going to be needing it. Well, hurry up.
Don't be all day, Larson.
Come out of there, kid.
What are you going to do with me?
You know what we're going to do with you.
Hey, let go of me. Let me go.
Lonnie, what are they doing?
They're going to hang me.
Stop it! Turn him loose! Stop it! Stop it!
Mrs. McVeigh, come in here.
What? Why have they taken him?
Never mind that. Just get the other set of keys. They're in my desk. Right-hand drawer.
But why have
Just
they...
get the keys.
The Kansas kid?
Yeah, they're all alike, screaming his head off. Your marshal caught him. We're taking him back to Kingman City.
Where is Marshal Irv?
Oh, he's taking care of a brawl in some saloon.
You hear which saloon?
No.
I better go check.
The keys, I can't get it open!
The keys? What are you doing, Mrs. McVeigh?
They've locked Marshal Earp in there and they've taken my boy and I can't find the keys!
Hurry up.
Hurry, please!
Mrs. McVeigh, you go home and stay there. Paul, grab a shotgun.
All right.
There's a good tree over there. Let's get this job done before Herb butts in. Larson, be sure that's tied off good. What's the matter with you, Jones? Let me have that thing. You don't know how to do anything. I never saw such a guy. All you gotta do is get in the right place. Look out, manager! What?
I hate to let you down, Mr. Osmond.
Mr. Earp, we weren't intending to hang the... Oh!
Don't worry too much, Mrs. McVeigh. With the Pinkertons clearing him of the murder charge, all he has to face is a charge for robbery.
That's easy medicine, Mom. I can take that. Dad?
Good luck, son.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
You're Circuit Judge Tobin, the hanging judge. You've been mighty fond of making tough speeches to the poor devils who have to swing because you say so. But now the rope's going around your own neck, Judge Tobin. You've been tried and convicted of horse stealing. Well, we're going to give you time to say your prayers, and may the Lord have mercy on your soul. Don't waste time looking for Wyatt Earp. He wouldn't lift a finger to save you. Put the rope on.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien. Most of the judges with whom Marshal Earp had to deal were honest, strong, and fair-minded men. But when Judge Tobin was assigned to ride a circuit which included Dodge City, Wyatt came up against a strange character. Tobin had set out to make a reputation for himself as a hanging judge. Men called him Rope Tobin and compared him with the notorious Judge Parker, who hanged 88 men in Oklahoma Territory. But in the case of Judge Tobin...
The defendant will face the court. Mr. Bingham, you've been tried and found guilty of stealing a horse. You stole this animal from a traveler on the open prairie. You were well aware that a man's horse is his life. Cattle and buffalo stampede at sight of a man on foot. Men have been trampled to death in such stampedes. Furthermore, a man without a horse has no means of escape from savage renegade Indians. By your act, you condemned your victim to death. And only by the merest chance...
I didn't steal that horse. I bought him.
Silence. Marshal Earp, it's the judgment of this court that Mr. Bingham be hanged by the neck until dead. You will notify Sheriff Bassett that the execution will take place tomorrow any time between sunrise and sunset, and may the Lord have mercy on his soul. Remove the prisoner. Something on your mind, Mr. Earp?
Yes, sir, there is.
Well, out with it.
But since you asked me, Your Honor, I think that Mr. Bingham might be telling the truth.
What makes you think so?
Well, I know he was riding the horse when we arrested him, and he didn't have a bill of sale, and we couldn't find the man that he said sold the horse to him, but... Well, it seems to me
He had a fair trial, Mr. Earp. Had he been caught on the trail riding a stolen horse, he'd have been hanged from the nearest tree. Do you believe in lynch law, Mr. Earp?
No, sir, I don't. I hate it.
Well, so do I. And the only way to put down lynch law on this frontier is for legally constituted courts to do their duty. We must teach men to respect legal justice. Do you have any further comments, Marshal?
Yes, Judge Tobin, with your permission, I have. But it involves criticism of this court, so maybe I better keep my mouth shut.
Speak up. Speak up.
Well, sir, with all respect, I don't believe in hanging a man on circumstantial evidence as in this case. You say you want the law respected. Well, that's what I want, too. But do you believe hanging a man on circumstantial evidence is the way to go about it?
I disagree with your thinking.
Well, you're the judge.
Careful now.
Well, anyway, it's not my jurisdiction. Crime was committed in Ford County, so it's up to Sheriff Bassett.
You do know a little about the law.
Just enough to serve you fair notice, Judge. I don't believe in hanging for any other reason than first-degree murder. And only then on most conclusive evidence.
Fair notice? Of what?
Dodge City isn't Ford County, and I'm not Sheriff Bassett. Good day, Your Honor.
Did you tell him what for?
As much as I dared. No sense in getting fined for contempt of court.
What's wrong with that man, Wyatt?
He's never seen a hanging, that's what's wrong with him. Any kind of circumstantial evidence satisfies him. No, he's a real hanging judge for sure.
Well, Charlie Bassett says Bingham's wanted in Nebraska for 2 murders. I guess it all evens up.
No, it doesn't. Judge should send him back to Nebraska for trial.
Oh, now, Wyatt.
Look, how would you like a friend of yours hanged on doubtful evidence?
Well, now, I can't think of any of my friends who were apt to get hanged.
There's nothing funny about this, you know. You send that poor fellow on over to Sheriff Bassett's lockup, then wash your hands.
Well, I just washed him.
Wonder what kind of soap Judge Tobin uses on his.
Huh?
Never mind, go on.
Queen a winner. 6 a loser. 8 a winner.
I want to take a look at that deal box.
Hand that back.
I got a hunch this is a Mississippi bottom deal.
I said hand that back.
Why, you little shirt.
Finley, put it away.
He grabbed my deal box.
Ease off. Take a walk. Take over, Earl. Eve, you and I'd better have a little talk. In there.
It'll be a pleasure.
Well, what's your complaint?
The card game's crooked. It's been crooked ever since Chalk Beeson left for KC. And I'm going to prove it to Chalk when he gets back with this.
Well, let me see. Perhaps Finley has.
Not him, you. Chalk left you here to run things. And Finley will deal him straight or crooked, just as you say.
How much did you lose?
1,000.
You never had that much.
1,000. It'll cost you a lot more if I tell Beeson. He'll make you pony up 5 times that. And put a yellow tag on you besides.
All right, but I can't get it for you right now.
When?
Tonight. The cashier's change shift at 8 o'clock. Now, you slip in the back way. I'll give you the money. You give me the box.
Of course, Pete. When I get the money, you'll get this.
Where's your relief man, Finley?
He's late.
I'll sit in for you.
Thanks, Pete. Anything wrong?
Eve Morgan's still mad. Take the alley home. All right, boys. Let's change the deal box. Nothing like new cards in a fresh box. Break open the deck.
I'll take a stake, Pete.
Sure.
I'll keep cash for you.
Good. Chief Morgan. I think he's dead.
Morgan. He's dead.
All right, you men stay out here. Break it up. You men go on back in the saloon. Go on.
Morgan was a good guy, too. That hole in Morgan came from a 41 Derringer. You know anybody that owns one?
5-spot Finley. He used to have one.
Where's Finley?
Went off shift about 8 o'clock. He's probably at home.
Go pick him up.
Finley wouldn't shoot anybody, White. I knew him in Abilene. In fact, he tipped me off to a gunslinger that was
Look, will you just go pick him up?
Whatever you say.
You quit wasting my time. I took this off of Morgan. Did you ever see it before?
No, sir.
You're lying. It's a Mississippi bottom dealer. Now, you want to explain how come Morgan had it?
Marshal, I swear to you, I don't know anything about it.
Look, 3 eyewitnesses out there told me they saw Morgan take it off Finley at the faro table. They also saw Finley pull a Derringer on Morgan.
Marshal, Finley's my friend. Now, surely you don't expect me to incriminate him.
Finley heard about the shooting. I met him in the alley.
You don't think I had anything to do with it?
You own a Derringer, Mr. Finley?
Yes, sir.
Where is it?
It's in the drawer in the faro table. And it's here to tell you what...
Never mind. Let's go see it. Come on.
It's gone, Mr. Earp. Somebody stole it. Pete, you know the gun was in the drawer when you took the slot from me. Don't you remember? You said Morgan was sore at me for me to take the alley home.
Finley, Mr. Earp knows about the box.
He does? I cheated Morgan, but I didn't kill him. You know me, Bat. I wouldn't kill anybody.
I told as much to Marshal Earp.
You threatened Morgan with a gun, didn't you?
Yes, sir, but only to keep him from beating me up. Anders took the Derringer and put it in the drawer. Then Jake grabbed me and hustled me out. Ain't that right?
Finley, you're talking too much. You need a lawyer.
Lawyer?
Mr. Finley, I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder.
Wyatt. So Rope Tobin can do the
now
same
you're
thing?
the one that's talking too much, Mr. Masterson. Take him to jail.
Come on.
Oh, evening, Mr. Earp.
Howdy, Mr. Craig.
Terrible thing Finley done. You reckon Judge Tobin will hang him along with Bingham?
Oh, easy, Mr. Craig.
Are you looking for clues?
No, haven't found the murder weapon yet. It's a 41 Derringer.
Finley wouldn't hide it around here this close. He knows I'm always filling and emptying this barrel.
No, it's not in there. You keep your eye peeled out for a Derringer, huh?
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Mr. Earp.
Well, Judge Tobin.
Benton here has been pestering me to grant bail to some gambler named Finley. What do you know about the case?
Well, sir, Eve Morgan, a cowhand, was shot to death in an alley behind the Long Branch Saloon. He and Finley had an argument about a crooked deal box this afternoon. I arrested Finley on suspicion of murder.
Suspicion?
My client denies the charge, Your Honor. There's nothing but
That
circumstances...
will be all, sir. It's a clear case of first-degree murder, isn't it?
No, Your Honor, it isn't.
Can't you present a clear-cut case about anything?
Finley claims somebody stole his gun. There were a lot of people in position to do that, sir. Also, I haven't checked into the crooked gambling angle, and
Nonsense. First-degree murder, no bail. I'll hear this case at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Have the defendant in court at that time.
10 o'clock?
And I won't consider any motion for a delay or continuance, Mr. Benton. Crooked gambler. Murders a man in cold blood. We'll see. We'll see.
Finley wants to talk to you, Mr. Benton.
Well, I'll do the best I can.
Now, wait a minute. No, Judge Tobin can't force you to trial. Not without reasonable time to prepare a defense, anyway.
They call him Rope Tobin, Mr. Earp. Stalling would only make his temper worse.
You sentence Finley to hang. He's already made up his mind.
Well, and if it comes to that, we can ask for a stay of execution pending appeal. But you'd better find out who did kill Morgan, and right quick.
Now, how do you feel?
I'd like to put a rope around Tobin's neck.
Hey, that may not be a bad idea.
Huh?
Judge Tobin has a lot of knowledge about law. But he's never had his nose far enough away from a law book to know anything about people. Has Finley got any good friends besides you?
Well, a dozen good ones at least.
6 ought to be enough. You and I can't do anything, but his friends might be able to teach Judge Tobin about circumstantial evidence. Save Finley.
You mean frame the judge?
Why, Mr. Masters, such talk from an officer of the law.
And the boys who like Finley aren't officers of the law.
Well, let's see what happens in court.
Yeah.
Have you reached a verdict?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Guilty of what?
Oh, well, murder in the first degree.
Order!
That's how you instructed us to vote, ain't it?
Order! Considering the evidence, there was no other verdict possible. You gentlemen have done your duty and the court commends you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The defendant will rise. Mr. Finley, you are a card sharp and a crook. When the deceased caught you cheating, he took your deal box as evidence. Testimony indicates that Mr. Morgan intended to complain to the owner of the Long Branch Saloon. To prevent this, you waylaid him in an alley, and with malice aforethought, you shot him in the back.
No, sir. It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Silence! The court would like to show mercy, but your crime does not deserve mercy. I sentence you to be hanged by the neck until dead.
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Bell.
I must ask for stay of execution pending appeal.
That is your privilege as counsel for the condemned. Any comment, Mr. Earp?
No, sir.
Don't you worry, Finley boy. We're with you.
You will take your seat until court's adjourned. Marshal Earp?
Yes, sir.
I have business in Abilene. Other cases on the docket will be postponed till my return. Remove the condemned. Court is adjourned.
Don't worry, Finley. Good job, boy.
Larry, bring him in. Get him out of there, boys. Hustle it up. Oh, Bat. They look pretty much alike, don't they?
Yeah, I couldn't tell them apart. Nice work, Jim.
Even to the brands and scars. See, bar N on the judge's horse, bar H on my horse. Of course, I had to block out the white stocking on my horse.
Slick. Where's old man Ruger?
Well, we left him sleeping in hay bed.
We gotta move on. I'll hide the judge's horse. And don't forget, you've got to stop Tobin before he crosses the city limits.
Oh, we'll stop him. Bat. Why don't we really hang the old buster?
No, just put a rope around his neck. Why, now I'll be right behind you. Don't you even rough him up. Remember, he's a circuit judge.
We're going to be awful careful. How you coming, boys? All right. Get over here.
Not so fast, stranger. No. Not so fast, stranger. That's my horse you're making off with.
Are you men drunk, or is this some kind of a practical joke?
It ain't funny. We hang horse thieves. Light down.
Nonsense! These are my horses.
That one ain't. Light down. Come on.
You know who I am.
No, and I don't care. You're stealing my horse.
Nonsense. Both these horses are Bar N brand. I bought them from Colonel French at the Bar N Ranch. You've heard of him. Bar H? No. That brand's been tampered with. This is a frame-up.
You steal my horse and accuse me of framing you.
Rope's ready, Jim.
Let's get it over with.
Let go of me. Let go of me, I say. Let go of me. I'm Circuit Judge Tobin.
No. Not Rope Tobin. The hanging judge? Well, boys, ain't that something? Rope Tobin turns horse thief. That tree over yonder looks right handy.
You won't get away with this.
Oh, hanging a man ain't too difficult.
Tie his hands?
No, it's more fun when they got their hands free and try to fight the rope. Come on, we're wasting time. Hey!
What goes on here?
Caught a horse thief, Marshal.
Well, that's Judge Tobin. He wouldn't steal a horse.
He did, though. That left-hand bay, my horse. Got my Bar H brand.
This is a frame-up. Maybe the livery stable man gave me the wrong horse by mistake.
Go check the brand. We don't hang horse thieves without some show of a trial.
What about Finley and Bingham?
They had a trial.
Left one's bar H, the other's bar N.
Well, I'm sorry, Judge, but I can't help myself. You're under arrest. Charge of horse stealing. Take that rope off him. Climb in your buggy and we'll head back to town. Go on.
Ghastly mistake. Why, those hoodlums might have tried to hang me. And on the flimsiest of circumstantial evidence. What if this got into the newspapers, an accusation like this? Rumor, gossip, the dignity of my office. Marshal Earp, I demand an immediate release.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but any charge by a citizen must be investigated.
Oh, come now, we've had our differences, but surely you don't believe that I stole that horse?
No, sir, I don't.
Well, then why are you holding me on a charge that you admit's absurd?
Blackmail?
What?
I have here an official police report with a felony complaint signed by Jim Lawrence, the owner of the stolen horse.
Just what are you after?
Well, Judge, to begin with, I'm looking for a human being in you.
What is this?
Then there's the blackmail. But let's call it white blackmail, shall we? I want a stay of execution for Mr. Bingham. He should be sent back to Nebraska and tried there for murder.
Is he wanted there?
That's right, on 2 counts. And Sheriff Bassett didn't mention anything about it because he felt Bingham might just as well be hanged here as in Nebraska. Well, I don't agree with Charlie's idea of the law. I also don't agree with hanging men on flimsy circumstantial evidence. It'll ruin respect for law out here. And you and I, sir, in our different ways, are the law here, aren't we?
Those Nebraska charges should have had priority. All right, I'll grant the stay, but not as a price for anything. Now, go ahead and do your duty as you see it.
One other thing, sir. I ask you to release Finley on bail.
A condemned murderer?
Look, sir, I need your help. I think I know the man who really murdered Morgan. Now, if you turn Finley loose, the man I'm after will get scared, and a scared man always makes a wrong move.
It's still blackmail.
No, sir, it isn't. I changed my mind. There won't be any police report, and I'll ask Jim Lawrence to withdraw his complaint.
What would make a stubborn, opinionated man like yourself change his mind?
My father's a judge back in Illinois. The kind of judge all of you should be. He didn't get his reputation by hanging men on circumstantial evidence. I guess I tried to mold Judge Tobin in his image. I'm sorry for that.
Excuse me, Judge. Wyatt, they're talking mighty mean at the Long Branch. They think Finley had a raw deal.
Yeah, I expected that. All right, round up the rest of the deputies. Tell them to load with buckshot.
No, no! I'll admit Finley to bail. Turn him loose.
Thank you, sir.
But if you've got another suspect, you better get him quick. I can always change my mind.
Finley!
It's good to see you.
Finley, you're free.
I'm only out on bail, but I sure thank you guys. Still winning, huh?
Yeah, little old Finley. Boy, howdy.
Good to see you. Sure want to thank you, Pete, for getting me the lawyer and everything.
What's a friend for? Boys, the next round's on the house. How come old Rope Tobin let you out on bail?
Well, Mr. Earp says it's because they can't find my gun.
How does that figure?
It's a kind of a legal technicality. Mr. Earp suggested it to the judge, and the judge agreed. Unless they find my gun, they can't hang me. Sure hope they never find me.
Sure.
You ain't buying a drink, Speed. I am. Come on. Drinks are on me. All this can
Come on, boy.
Get your fellas.
Howdy, Marshal. Bat.
Howdy, Mr. Anders. We're still looking for that Derringer.
Yeah, Finley was telling me about that. Marshal, why's old Judge Tobin want to hang little old Finley? Why, Morgan never was no good.
Neither are you.
Big gun, big talk.
You scared Finley into cheating.
Ease off. You move aside. I'd like to take a look in there.
Why, there's nothing in there except a lot of trash.
What are you so nervous about?
Nothing, Marshal. Nothing at all. Well, what do you know? Finley must have stashed that in there. I mean, whoever shot Morgan must have put it in there.
No, you stole it and shot Morgan.
Are you crazy?
Last night, right after the shooting, I came out here and that barrel was empty.
So what does that prove?
You knew I looked in there. You figured the safest place to hide this is where I'd already looked. An old man, Craig, threw some trash in there, and you came out and threw the Derringer on top of it. You're under arrest, Mr. Aaron.
Yeah? Stand steady.
My friend. Trying to get me hung. Have I stolen any more horses?
No, sir. I found your horse hidden in the livery stable.
In the solve a murder case with a dying man's confession, you even find my horse. That's sheer genius, Marshal Earp.
Your Honor, what is the penalty for framing a circuit judge on a horse theft charge?
Well, I wouldn't hang the man who did it, but you can warn him any more shenanigans will draw a mighty stiff prison sentence.
Well, I'll tell him that when I see him.
Giddy up!
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Get those horses out of here. Come on, Betty. Tell us out of here. Stack up these kegs up here at the end.
About 8 gunfighters on each side, the best in the business. You're not going to try to break that up.
Well, Mr. Masterson, there's nothing else we can do.
Wyatt, we'll be running an Indian gauntlet. I mean, these boys have 45s instead of clubs.
Let's move.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Cattle wars and fights between railroad men and buffalo hunters were commonplace in the lusty and brawling 1870s. But the great stage line fight known as the Teague-Woodruff Battle presented Marshal Wyatt Earp with something new in organized violence. Mike Teague and Dan Woodruff were bitter rivals in the stage line and wagon freight business. It was still a lucrative enterprise for short-haul traffic which the railroads couldn't handle. The great network of short-line steel west of Kansas City would not be built until the 80s. Thus, Teague and Woodruff were rich men with a lot of money at stake and the ruthlessness of old-time bullwhackers.
Here comes one of Teague's stages. Now, don't shoot unless you have to.
What's the idea?
I'm Dan Woodruff, and this is my route.
Teague can't horn in, so turn around.
Hold it.
Well, Mike Teague himself.
Trying to play rough, Dan?
Just as rough as you want it.
This is a public road. Climb down and shove that timber out of the way.
No. Unhitch those horses and then turn that stage over.
You better get out, folks. There's going to be trouble. You can't do this to me, Dan.
Shut up. All right.
Go ahead.
Driver, get down off of there. All right, men. Turn it over. There'll be a Woodruff stage along in about 5 minutes, so take it easy. Now, this is just a mild warning. Don't try to jump any more on my routes.
So you think you can stop me with guns? Well, I can hire guns, too. Plenty of them in Dodge City.
So can I, Mike, if that's how it's got to be.
Oh, that's how. Next time you try this, you'll see.
It's a long walk. You better wait for my stage.
I'll walk.
Mike Teague?
Yes?
I'm Bat Masterson.
Where's Wyatt Earp?
He's busy right now. Do you want
Oh.
to talk to me?
Sure do. Take over. We'll do our talking in there.
All right.
And you get $100 a day and expenses. I guarantee you 15 days' work. Cal Pope, Dave Rudabaugh, Kingfisher, and Lee Hall have all signed up already.
Hey, that's $1,500. Well, count me in. If Wyatt will give me a leave of absence.
Oh, we can use Earp, too.
All right, I'll sound him out and let you know this afternoon.
Right. Bye, Mr. Masterson.
Bye. And that $1,500's clear money.
Well, Mr. Teague is hiring gunfighters.
Oh, there won't be any fight, Wyatt. Dan Woodruff's just bluffing.
Hmm.
Well, if you don't want to go yourself, how about a leave of absence for me? Between cattle drives and the town's pretty quiet.
Look, Mr. Masterson, I hate to ring the bell on another school session for you, but you're working for the town, remember?
Yes, sir.
I used to know Mike Teague in Wichita, and any deal of his is apt to be kind of shady. Dan Woodruff is an old-time bullwhacker. He isn't going to take this lying down.
Well, what choice has he got?
Well, you know, there are a lot of other great gunmen in town, like Pat Garrett, Smoky Hill Thompson, the Catfish Kid. Is Mike Teague hired them?
You think Woodruff aims to get himself some boys, too, huh?
That's right.
Well, I sure hate to back out on a gunfight. I'll go tell Mr. Teague.
No. You can have your leave of absence if you really want it.
Well, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Just one thing I want you to think about, though.
Yeah?
Charlie Bassett doesn't want to run for sheriff again. I can't say I blame him. I told the county commissioners I thought you could handle the job.
Sheriff? Me?
Well, you're a little young, but you're as much a man now as you're ever going to be.
I wouldn't vote for me. I'm too young. Still, I've been on a trail with Mike Teague. What if he got us into a gunfight or something? That wouldn't look good. Yeah, I better think about it.
Good. In the meantime, you run on over to the Dodge Hotel. There's a Miss Amelia Woodruff sent word she wanted to see me.
Woodruff?
Yeah, I think she's Dan Woodruff's daughter.
Well, why don't you go?
Well, you were supposed to be the woman expert.
Yeah? What does she look like?
Well, now, that's for you to find out.
Yes?
Miss Woodruff?
Yes. Oh, but you can't be Marshal Earp.
Well, I'm his chief deputy, Bat Masterson.
Why, you're second to Mr. Earp on Papa's list. Are you really a gunfighter?
Well, I'm not as fast as Mr. Earp.
Well, I declare. Sit down, Mr. Masterson. Papa and I need help. I never heard of such skullduggery. Mr. Mike Teague coming here to hire a lot of gunfighters so they can pick on our stage line. What chance have we got, Mr. Masterson? Fighting to keep the route that Papa established years before Great Western was ever heard of.
Well, there's ways of handling a deal like this.
But how?
I better wait till your father gets here.
Well, is it something you shouldn't tell me? But I've been Papa's right-hand man ever since Mama died. Look, money. Papa trusts me with it.
That's what it's going to take.
What do you mean? Oh, now, look, I'm not a silly child, Mr. Masterson.
All right, Miss Amelia. Tell your father he can handle this in one of two ways. He can hire as many gunfighters as Mike Teague, or pay the men Teague has hired to come over to our side.
Our side? Oh, I love you like a big brother. Will you handle it? I'll give you the money right now, and by the time Papa gets in, we'll have all of Teague's men bought off.
Well, I can't do that yet.
Why?
Well, I'm a deputy marshal. I can't go around town making deals with some of these gunmen. They're hoodlums.
Well, can't you quit your job? Or ask Marshal Earp to give you a vacation?
Well, look, if there's any hitch to it, I'll send for you to talk to Wyatt.
Well, is he young enough to be my big brother?
Well, the old man sure thinks he is.
Let me see your shotgun, Frankie. Well, not a man here with less than 10 notches. Guess Mr. Teague figures nothing but the best for the Great Western.
Howdy, Marshal.
Well, howdy, Mr. Pickett.
Don't want you to get any wrong notions. I didn't sign up, and neither did Louis Bozeman or Johnny Culp.
Well, I understand Mr. Teague is paying mighty well.
You gave Bozeman and Culp and me a break in Wichita. We're paying it back. Dan Woodruff's in town.
Thanks.
He'll be up in Teague's ante. If I were you, I'd chase them both out of Dodge.
They're both fighting over a stage route that's miles from there.
30 top guns and 2 stupid money men bidding against each other for their help. The fight'll start right here. Me? I'm leaving. So long, Wyatt.
So long, Tom.
Wyatt? Teague lied to me.
How's that?
He's trying to horn in on Mr. Woodruff's route. He's really hiring those gunfighters to take over the Woodruff route by force.
Miss Amelia must be very young and very beautiful.
She's got nothing to do with it, Wyatt. It's the principle of the thing. Her dad pioneered that route.
Harold!
Teague is nothing but a...
Hold it.
Back door. You gonna let him get away?
You know, I'll bet that's Amelia's father, the one that took the money.
Oh, you loco. Her father's the president of the Woodruff Transportation Company.
Remind me to tell you some stories about him. In the meantime, we'll arrest Mr. Teague.
Arrest him? What for?
Two of Woodruff's men. They got away with my money. Close to $5,000.
Mr. Woodruff doesn't need to rob anybody.
That daughter of his must have gone to your head.
Why, you...
Take it easy. You're under arrest, Mr. Teague.
I'm under arrest.
That's right, inciting to riot. You come along with us, we're going to talk to Mr. Woodruff. Come on.
offering more than Tig.
That's right.
He offers us $1,500 guarantee and all expenses.
I'll pay $2,000 in expenses.
Sounds fine with me, Mr. Woodruff. But let's see your money.
Very well.
Come on.
You robber, that's my
Shut
money.
up. Your name Woodruff? Dan Woodruff?
It is.
Miss Amelia related to you?
My daughter, sir. What's this intrusion?
That's my money, and you know it.
You stay out of this. He's under arrest, and you're next. Charlie, all deals are off. Go pass the word.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing, Wyatt.
You can't arrest me. Teague came here to hire a private army. I've committed no crime. Those men told me...
You're lying. We saw the holdup. We saw those men give you a flour sack full of this money. Here's the flour sack.
Are you crybabying to the law, Mike?
No, just give me back my money.
It isn't half of what you took from me in passenger fares, jumping my best route.
Who's crybabying now?
Never mind. We'll impound the money. You take charge of it. I'm not arresting you for robbery.
Nor for anything else.
Oh, yes, I am. For inciting to riot.
Relax, Dan. I've got friends here.
Come on, let's go to jail.
Papa, what's happening?
This Cowtown marshal's arresting us on a technical charge. I'll not be delayed long, my dear.
Marshal?
Mr. Masterson will explain it to you.
I thought you were on our side.
Now, when it comes to robbery,
Is Marshal Earp accusing my father of...
we saw his men take the stuff and hand it to Mr. Woodruff.
Oh, that's absurd. Why, Papa's worth $500,000. If he had the boys hold up Mike Teague, it's because the money was ours to begin with.
This is Dodge City, Miss Amelia. Hold-ups are against the law here.
Oh, the law. Really?
Yep, and it's moving west all the time. You better tell Papa the news.
Papa was running stage lines before we ever heard of sheriffs and town marshals. He had to fight Indians and robbers, and now he has to stop Mike Teague from jumping our best route. Oh, don't you preach to me about the law.
Oh, I'm not preaching, honey.
Oh, yes, you are. And that's ridiculous, because you'll soon be out of a job.
You know, I sure have a weakness for decent, bad little girls.
Pat Garrett says to stick around. Teague and Woodruff will be back in business real soon.
You know, Tig's got a lot of drag around here. He'll take care of everything. Sit down and pour yourself a drink.
And the case just won't stand up, Wyatt. They can say they came here to employ special police. That's not incitement to riot.
Well, Mr. Mayor, what about a robbery charge?
Teague and Woodruff have been fighting each other for years. But if it came to an issue, Teague wouldn't prosecute.
We saw the whole thing.
Sure, but what if Teague says it was all a practical joke? No, you'll have to turn him loose. And don't tell me you're trying to head off a gunfight in the streets. We can't hold men in jail just because we think there might be shooting.
I think there will be.
So do I. That's not a bunch of drunken cowhands Teague and Woodruff are hiring.
No, they're all top guns. If they cut loose, there are going to be people killed.
But you can anticipate that there's...
Yes, sir, I can. That's my job. Now, you can take the risk.
Now, Wyatt, don't force me to suspend you again.
Sir, I'm suspended.
Me too.
Yeah? Then I'll have to release Teague and Woodruff myself. Give them back the money.
No, sir, not the money. I'm still a United States Marshal. Until Judge Tobin gets back, I won't have a warrant to hold those men, but I can hold the robbery evidence on my own hook.
This time, Wyatt, the city council is going to fire you. I'm sorry.
Well, Deacon, we sure showed him.
Oh, yeah. Holding this stuff isn't going to slow Woodruff and Teague much. They can cash sight traps at the bank. How did you get along with Miss Amelia?
She started to slap me, then she didn't. Why?
Well, Judge Tobin's coming in on the 4 o'clock Santa Fe. I'm going to have to watch Teague and the boys he hired. That leaves Woodruff to you.
If he plans to start it, I don't think Miss Amelia would tell me.
Maybe not, but she's our only chance.
Yeah. But if those gunslingers go to shooting, you don't figure on trying to stop it, do you?
I'd have to try.
Well, swear me in.
What?
Well, you don't expect me to go against John Ringo with a catfish kid with this, do you? Bang, bang, Ringo, you're dead.
Say, you know, you're right. Nothing like getting killed legally.
And I'll let you fellas in on a little secret. Half of Teague's men have accepted more money from me. We've got Mike outnumbered 2-1.
There's quite a few packing guns north of the line since Earp got fired. What are we going to do about that?
You think they're Teague's men?
Mm-hmm.
Then put on your guns.
Fine, Mr. Woodruff. Let's go, man.
Papa,
Yes, my dear. A couple more good men I think I can hire. I'm going over to the Alhambra bar.
why did you tell those men to put on their guns?
I can't have our side bluffed out by Mike Teague.
What if they go to shooting?
Oh, they won't hurt anybody. Now stop worrying. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Oh, it's you.
Look, I lost my job. You were right about the law. It's a swindle.
You're still wearing a gun? Or did you sign on with Mike Teague?
What makes you think so?
Well, I don't know what to think. Some of Teague's men are armed, and Papa had to... Excuse me, I'm going to my room.
You scared of a fight?
There isn't going to be one. Both sides are bluffing.
You know better than that.
Let go of me.
Look, quite a few are apt to get hurt. You like the idea?
I know I don't like you.
Woodruff's men, buckling on their guns. There's a couple behind the barrel over here. There's two down the street by the door. See him? Down there.
You want to fight? Get your guns.
Papa, wait. Bat thinks there's going to be a fight. You promised me.
Now, Amelia, we're going to talk about this at the hotel.
But you said it was just a bluff.
It's gone too far now.
Aren't you even going to stop our men
No.
from...
Teague asked for it, and he's going to get it.
Then I think there ought to be a law to stop you both. And if I were a man, I'd help the law.
Amelia.
They're getting ready out there. About 8 on each side, maybe more.
Now we're in luck.
Huh?
And the professional gunfighters, not drunken cowhands. They won't draw against the drop. We'll use buckshot. Now, this is what we're going to do. Listen.
Get those horses out of here. Come on, Eddie. Get this horse out of here. Stack up these kegs over here on the edge.
Papa, no! Oh, somebody stop them! Stop them!
Keep out of this, Masterson.
Oh, I ain't in it.
Real money, friends. Yes, sir. Real money. Courtesy of Mr. Woodruff and Mr. Teague.
We'll hold our fire, men, if you will. We'll hold. We'll hold. Let's go, men.
It's a trick, you fools.
All right, lift your hands and keep the money. That's it, Mr. Masterson. Keep him covered. First one of you goes for a gun's gonna get a leg full of buckshot. Anybody else?
You win, Earp. Kid was a fool to draw against a drop.
All right, let's walk to jail. A couple of you pick him up and take him to the docks. Mr. Masterson, you stay with him. The rest of you move. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hurry up.
Marshal Earp, you admit that 2 or 3 token shots had been fired, and when you rode in, all firing stopped. No one was hurt. And when you scattered the money, both factions joined hands, as it were.
Well, they picked up the money, sir.
And so the threatened riot or battle or whatever you call it ended happily.
Well, sir, I took them to jail, if that's what you call happiness.
Mr. Woodruff and Mr. Teague both deny that they instructed guards to start a gun battle. So I fail to see how a charge of incitement to riot has any validity.
Excuse me. Are you the judge?
Yes, I am, young lady.
Now, Amelia.
It's no use, Papa. My father and Mr. Teague both incited their men to a fight. I begged my father to stop it, but he didn't want it stopped.
Young lady, are you certain there would have been a fight?
I saw them, lined up on opposite sides of Front Street. My father was with his men, and Mr. Teague was on his side.
More crybaby and Dan? You even get your own daughter to...
Silence. The law's indebted to you, Miss Woodruff. Wasn't easy to come here and tell the truth. Mr. Mayor, you'll reinstate Marshal Earp and Deputy Masterson at once. I'll pass sentence on the Messrs. Woodruff and Teague at a session of court tomorrow morning. Hearing's adjourned.
You sure got Mr. Masterson and me out of a tight corner.
I got my father out of a worse one, Mr. Earp. If he and Mike Teague can hire private armies, they'll go on until a lot of people are killed. I guess I want the law to move west of Dodge City.
Well, ma'am, your father's lived a long time in a rough part of the country. You be patient with him. And Judge Tobin will let him off with a fine.
Well, hi, honey. Oh, your father wants to forgive you, and I'd like to take you to dinner.
Mr. Masterson, why did you fib to me?
Fib me?
Mm-hmm. You told me that Marshal Earp was too old to be my big brother. Oh, not that I'd want you for a brother.
Why, thank you, ma'am. You've made an old man very happy.
What did you...
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
এইখানে গাড়ি থামা। আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে কথা বলতে বলতে কখন যেন হলে আমার
জানি গল্পে গল্পে মিশে অল্পে অল্পে আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল যে তোমাকে পেলাম,
গুটি গুটি পায়ে স্বপ্নের নাই আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংসগুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে, ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
Con đau vậy? Ra sửa cạc mày đi, anh chết lắm. Đừng nhặt nhầm đồ, đừng nhặt nhầm đồ, đừng nhặt nhầm đồ, đừng nhặt nhầm đồ. Xong. Có đủ đồ này. Chả có nằm dưới này, có ấn gì à? Ấn gì ấy? Thần thoại ấn sử ra. Trốn không? Trốn khó. 400 củ đây. Vì có phải nữa là 531 củ. Tiền perfect. Perfect. Mini code 416 lap. Qua 400 lap rồi. Rồi. Pháp rồi xong này. Đi lao, bạn này còn đồ đéo nữa. Còn áo đạp phép không? Sắt thương phép này. Sắt 45 sắt thương phép này. Con này phun sắt thương phép này. Ok. Làm đéo còn gì. Còn một cái kìm có đồ nó đéo. Ok, xong. Thì với ai đây? Ba cái thằng kia. Bạn kia có lắc thì sự láo đấy. Bạn kia có cả lắc thì đéo dấu ấy. 500 củ rồi, thiếu 30 triệu nữa. Thiếu 26 triệu. Mốt nữa thì sẽ được là đủ tiền để reverse phân nữa. Nên 6.6 thôi. 6.4 nhỉ, cái mất rồi. Nhưng mà là tầm 6 chấm hơn. Yes. Mày A2 nữa là xong. A2 nữa là xong game. Ui rê. Hỏng ấy, hỏng. Hỏng đấy. Ui tí cút đánh bóng ạ. Bóng thằng nào ấy? Hộ cái đi. Thằng bốc lửa. Gì tí thua. Chi. Mình cầm bóng nó tí cút. Cho thêm máu à? 19 thì làm chi? Là mình phải thắng hoặc mình cút. Một trong hai thằng này. Được. Đây cút đi. Đéo được, vẫn đéo đủ. Đéo ra át này. Thằng này cầm 2 con át. Đeo giết nó rồi, nó 5 máu rồi, bây giờ thì 15. Nó muốn chết thì mình chỉ chết. Cái thằng này con lắc 3 bắn phát trước rồi, con át một chắc cút. Không cầm át rồi, nhưng mà đéo ra át nhở? Cũng mất 4 con mà. Không tỏ, hay một bắn lỏ lắm. Để bảo mà một bắn lỏ nhất, còn bị CC. Bị hất tung nữa, trốn.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই করে শোধ করবা।
খেয়াল করছো শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক রূপ।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খুঁজে।
বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে, তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Một cho bao nhiêu? 160 à, thì được phải làm một lần nữa, một và hai lần nữa. Rồi một tí năng lượng này cho banh xe này, thoát giờ thì quay rồi sao? Chưa, 10 tiếng nữa. À, tôi mất cái thời gian chơi game. Trốn. Good. Not. Xong đấu này. Đấu sĩ à? Quyền năng đi. Quyền năng biết kiếm này. Thứ đồ hộ bố gái. Bao nhiêu à? 26 tỷ à? Người thì là 200 này. Người là 2 là 1 tỷ. Người là 5. Người là 5 lát. Người là lát. Là 1 người. Đó, 200 lát. 2 triệu 1 lát. 200 lát. 2, 4. Đó, đúng rồi, 40 củ. Ôi, trời ơi. 210 lần nữa đấy. 160 à? Đúng 2, bay 2 nữa là lên 5 tỷ. Bay mình chia xong rồi. Bình chia lên. Bình nhé. Đúng nào? Cho nó Olivia thằng ngon có biết kiếm của đánh đâu. Máu hồi máu. Anh nhà thấy chữ đi mẹ thằng choao. Ai à. Mời xa ta. Thằng Vũ rồi ông mày không? Chắc là mày rồi. mua cái gì, mua nitro. Mua nitro đi quất á. Em mua cái gì? Đi mua đi xong mất trả tiền. Từ qua giờ anh thấy nó toàn là thằng này các anh em một trực tiếp rồi. Ông bộ Nghĩa mai là check viết lại là thấy đang đúng xoáy đúng không? Mày đi. Sao rồi? Phải không? Người ta có lòng trọng đấy, người sống phát có nhót nhìn lên là xong. Không, tao tắt chân cái đấy rồi, tao tắt chân cái đấy rồi, tao nhớ ngay rồi. Mà tao tắt từ lâu. Tao ấn tao nhớ nghe gì. Đây giờ 36 à? Ai bảo? Tao nó không tắt à? Không tắt à? Tao từ nãy giờ mà. Tắt chân rồi được. Tao đánh xong quá đây. Cái cài ao trên người xuống cài vào Discord xong. Phải có sự xịn mới giả được cái nữa. Kéo cái mà tin nhắn mà kéo lên tin nhắn rồi dùng nhắn là cái nó từng mất luôn này. Không thể livestream này, không thể livestream tắt rồi. Đàn ông lục lôi tay trước này chắc gào nhưng mà vậy có một bài chỉ tay trước là mua tất cả luôn. Xem luôn vào hết cả hai cái bicep luôn, cả bicep luôn, cả hai luôn. Vào cả hai cái bicep, hai cái bicep luôn. Chuẩn em rồi. Tập lưng này cứ răng một cái máy thôi, hai cái máy kéo ngang kéo dọc xong. Gì im. Ông kia bảo vẫn là chỉ biết ngồi chơi game. nạp calo. Mà calo ấy, duy trì thì căn bằng calo. Đâu mày muốn thêm chất gì thì mày phải xem chất các thứ cơ, xem đồ ăn các thứ cơ. Đâu không thì cân đủ calo được. Thì ăn cái gì không phải ăn cái gì cũng được để đồ ăn vặt, nhưng mà phải lượng calo vào đấy trong ngày thôi, đừng ăn quá là quá giới hạn không. Ăn cái gì cũng được nhưng mà thế là phải vừa thôi. Đây thì người ta của anh biết rồi, của anh biết của anh chi liệt sức. Treo rồi à? Treo rồi à? Không à? Không. Có phép tôi đánh ấy, có phép đánh như vượng nên phép chạy nhảy linh tinh này. Phép tôi nhảy nhót lên. Với cả lúc mày kéo cam ra xa xa ấy, cái tiền ấy nó chia hết thằng nhân vật rồi. Đó. Quay tao đấy vào, tao đây tao quay biết, nhưng mà mình sẽ còn tầm một nửa, tao còn một nửa. Cũng sắp xong rồi. 100. Xong được qua. Tuần 2 tuần thừa. Mấy lần mà tao chỉ quay 5 ngày nhưng cũng đâu được nghe, mà tao cũng lười quay. Cũng đã lương mất mấy ngày. 5 ngày hôm nay 10 tiếng, hồi trước là thế đấy, kia thật trước làm mỗi ngày 10 tiếng đấy. Có đợt mà treo cái Autify chứ buồn nói rồi, tao thật Autify. Nhưng mà bữa nhỉ, cả không mấy ông anh ấy đang làm xong thì không thẳng của đánh game của anh game bữa cái đó gì cho là không phải biết bắt bẻ công ty đấy, bữa ấy. Sao nói gì bộ anh bộ. Mọi người chơi còn anh không chơi, người chơi không ai không biết và anh không chơi. Yes. Anh mà phỏng vấn đứa nào hỏi anh thấy bảo là thái độ làm việc của phòng anh nhìn good. Yes. Kinh vậy, chào. Tôi muốn cục vô. Đây, lại của tôi nhất xong rồi, xả luôn. Thôi đánh cái này. Thằng nào càng nhiều, nắm càng nhiều phần trăm càng to. Bây giờ có một thằng tự đâu một thằng của đông môn nó bán hết đi FPT à. Chú Hoàng làm tiếng thôi. Ô đồ bên này đâu hết rồi làm.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার ভুলিয়া ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।